What's up, guys? My name is Matt Pennington. This is another episode of The Slow Roll. We're back. We're here with my buddy John Borneman. I hate John. Whatever you want to call him, you better love him. Yeah, we're here. We're hanging out in Central Park. We're up. I'm visiting for a little bit, and I figured let's have a little conversation. No, I start with my friend of like fucking 10 years. I hit you with like intro voice the whole time.
I've never been on a podcast before, but happy to be here with Matt on the pod. I'm John. We're live from the Garden of Eden. It's Pride Month, so we started with two guys this time.
Yeah, we said Adam and Adam.
Yep. Just for this month, though, at the end, we're taking that shit down.
Yeah, honestly, this is going to get deleted. And then I'm just going to only upload lesbian porn for the rest of time. That's my plan, you guys. No.
As an ally.
As an ally, because like that's what should be in the world. Not white men splitting privilege to buy a bigger house.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's what fucking talking about speaking to my mom earlier. She said, maybe not my mom, maybe some other random lady said this. No, she said the Episcopal Church always loves when a gay white man joins. Why? They have deep pockets.
True.
Because it's like, yeah, they can throw as much money into the church as possible. And it's not, and they're religious men and whatnot. There's nothing against. Also, it's, Catholic Church kind of wild. Mm-hmm. It's hilarious to like need to come around that hard on being gay when we don't even have to get into the Catholic Church. It's like, wait, they can't do it as adults, but you can do it to a kid?
Speaking of the Catholic Church and with the new Pope Leo, they're saying he might be the one to allow marriage for popes.
Which really?
For popes, because that hadn't been a thing. Now, I don't know, maybe it'd be cool.
I think it'd be a big switch. They say that, I'm quoting Giannis Paphos and Stavros here. I won't steal Greek valor. And my good buddy George, they say that the reason that the Greeks aren't touching the kids is because they're married. Well, they have wives.
Well,
like those, like the priests and pastors. And the reason that they're not even just doing weird stuff, like you're just not gonna like embezzle as many funds, like if you have a wife.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're allowed to have kids. It's like you don't feel like you need to take over the community.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a single man with a lot of free time, even not an evil-spirited one, you better be making some fucking money or making something. You know what I mean?
You better have a good hobby. Like if you're not getting into like cabinetry.
Yeah.
You need to be like if you're not woodworking, painting.
If there's a 50-some-year-old single man, he's not rolling in money, he's not into cabinetry, he doesn't, build engines on a pool table, then you need to check his house for a hard drive.
Yeah, it's it's extremely sketchy. It's extremely sketchy for that to like just go unchecked. Like, wait, he's I don't know. Wait, you don't have some weird train collection? Like, there's not something you're oddly obsessed with. You can't it's like, or like watch too many documentaries, something like that, where it's like, you gotta have something that you're occupying your brain with. Cause like, it's not like it will lead to a hard drive, but it's just like, they're gonna do the wrong thing.
Yeah, and then I feel like, if you're a 50-some-year-old man, I mean, not even on some incel, but like, it like, say you're an incel or not, by that time, it's like, I don't know, I think in a man's life, when you're 50-something and still alone and not going, I mean, I don't know, I just feel like at that time, you're either completely content, just like chilling, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you may know this, okay, you know how women go through menopause, right?
Yeah.
Like as you get older. With men, I feel like you're still horny as fuck when you're a older man. I don't know. Like you could be.
And like that's probably just got to be interesting for guys as they get older. Like what am I like? Like they probably want to do it, but then they like look in the mirror and they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like that
true,
thought's got to
true.
be like that part.
Now when you
that,
put it
like,
like that,
that
yeah.
like the part that like 65-year-old men that are still like going to the bar, have a couple drinks to get that confidence rolling.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? That part that they're not admitting, where they wake up in the morning, they're just like,
Yeah.
this is you.
The in between. Yeah.
And like they're like, you're still trying to fuck. Look at your skin, man. And, like people should barely even be wanting to rub your feet. Like
Yeah. And it's true. You know, it's all, you see it at bars all the time. You see it and you know it. You're like, oh, here's the old guy that's too drunk. That's you know,
kind of
coming
here.
up talk.
Well, and also here for pussy.
Oh yeah, no, he's
Not like here
pussy.
for a good time. Like you could. There's old guys that are like, I'm just here watching the fucking game, man. I
Yeah.
don't like sitting in my house.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he like instantly tells you, he's like, I don't like being alone. It's boring.
Yeah, and
you're
there's,
like,
that's
all right.
cool. Then that's
at
cool.
least self-aware.
But then there's the one that's like, in trying to infiltrate your group that you're with. There's the old, you know.
What are you
that's
guys getting
happened.
into?
Yeah, dude. Oh, I remember when we were in Destin, Florida, on a big trip.
If
freshman-
you guys weren't doing coke to Motley Crue in '84, I mean, I get it. You guys weren't even born yet, but I'm telling you, I was. You Destin?
No, well, I was just going
Yeah.
the
You
guy.
guys- yeah. what
we
was
were
that?
at this house in this big beach house, like spring break shit, and a door broke, I guess. And the Airbnb people sent a guy out there to fix the door, and we're out there partying, no idea this guy's coming there. It's like 1 PM, everyone's on ecstasy and shit. And this old man dude comes out there, and he's wilding. He starts trying to fix the door, and at first we're like hanging out with him, but then it turns into the point where he's like probably drank 4 or 5 beers at this point. The door is not getting fixed, and he is like asking to slap girls' asses, and we're like, Gary, dude.
This is fix the door, brother.
One door closes, another one opens. That's
yeah. One door breaks, and so does this man's resolution. He's like, you know what, dude? I've been sober for 10 years. I see underage put. None of that. They were all 18, but still, he's like, they're under 21. What the hell? This is crazy.
Oh, what a time.
Hell yeah, dude. Destin. Last time I was in Florida was COVID times. Miami. I was in Miami. It was after a music festival. It was fun.
Yeah.
Just riding up and down the coast.
Yeah. I remember when you were doing this. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, full disclosure for the podcast. I just smoked a little bit of pot. And I just, you know, and this is going to be, I'm just going to say this out loud. Usually we're here, we're riffing, we're raving. You guys are watching, like, you usually don't post. But it's so nice to be in a beautiful area. Like, just down, it's like, we said it at the top, but it's like, you're usually doing a podcast in a basement, you're drunk.
Yeah.
Somehow no one smoked a cigarette in the house, but it smells like smoke.
Yes. No, that's,
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't really acknowledge that. Yeah, we're really out here in nature right now. It's really nice.
I noticed it because usually, like, when I'm this ripped on a podcast, like, it's not like, one, I haven't been smoking because I got the damn broken collarbone, folks. Yeah, it's fun. I haven't really recapped that on a pod yet. I fell off a scooter.
We need. I feel like the pod's gonna want more than that.
I guess, yeah.
I think.
I guess I haven't even really given you the full story
No,
of
no,
how
no.
it happened. So, me and my friends, my buddy Sam Cochran is in a band Seven Teller, but then he was playing in this group Radish down at Cat's Eye Pub down in Fells Point, Baltimore. And me and my buddies go down there, and we're having some drinks. We're having a grand old time.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy Chris, we're all hammered, we're coming back, and it's like, dude, we're all planning, like, let's go home and watch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Like, we're like, let's get hammered and watch Westerns. Like, go pick up a bottle. We don't want to sip whiskey the whole time. You know what I mean? We're fucked up. Fucking, and Chris has the scooter, and he's hit to jump off a curb, and I was like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm having a good time. And I go, and the scooter, and I'll give you guys the visual. It's like one of those parts where it's where a car would pull into a parking lot. So there's like the angle, little 10-degree angle like this, but then there's the sharp part where it goes back to a normal sidewalk.
Yeah.
And I go to hit the sharp part to get a nice bit of air, not realizing that these things don't have, like, you can't tilt them. They're just gonna go flat with whatever surface. So when I turned it 45 degrees, there was no leaning with it so that it would ride upright.
No,
it just went.
yeah.
It just turned right, and I just had fucking all the way to the ground, bang, and then
full momentum there.
I'll superimpose a screenshot of what the brake looks like.
Oh, we need that.
Yeah,
We need that up
it's
here.
like this. It's bad. And yeah, probably good to get ahead of that on a podcast before I have to tell it on 13 million other podcasts.
Dude, I've been, so first off,
Have
with
you
those
ever broken
scooters,
any bones?
I have broken some bones. My friend Garrett down in Tampa broke his wrist like a year ago on one of those scooters, and someone else I know got fucked up on the scooters. Very, very crazy. Yeah, what did I break bones
Little
for?
Velcro ASMR guys.
Yeah.
Oh God. Wait, hilarious moment last night. John and I were drunk in an Uber and someone honked behind us and John just goes, huh?
I forgot about that.
It's from the back seat. And then they honk again and John goes,
No, I
just like physically reacting to someone honking at us. It was so, it was for the bit and I was like that.
It was for the
I
bit,
was
and-
dying laughing, dude. In my head, just like, I just started biting my finger like, he like almost just moaned at a horn. And like our very nice brown Uber driver is just looking back like,
it was just a lot of grunts in the air. I mean, that's what a horn is at the end of the day. It's just a loud grunt, electronic grunt.
It really is. Dude, yeah. I mean, what else? How else are you yelling at someone?
Speaking of getting yelled at in horns and the e-bikes, so I've been riding the bikes around New York a lot, the city bikes.
Yeah. How's the city bike ride?
I love it so much. It's awesome, but I am like, I would not put most people on those bikes. You will out here, and dude, because like especially if you had headphones in, riding the city bike in New York City. For preference, I just moved here like a week ago. I'm subleasing a spot for the month. Never stayed up in New York longer than a couple of days. But I mean, there's just bikes everywhere, cars, people. Like you got to have your head in a fucking swivel.
Yeah.
And I the other night biked back from Lower East Side drunk at like 2 a.m, and it was awesome. And I was careful.
Fun.
I'm cautious. I'm good
It's
at riding stuff. Like
Yeah.
I've been, you know. And it was
Usually
just
I
very
am
fun.
too. That's what really made me mad about my phone.
Well, the scooters are way different than like a bike. Those scooters are.
And I was
You can only do so much.
I
on those.
babied it as I got, where I really got fucked up is I babied it as I got close.
Yeah.
And then I hit the gas, so I really wasn't like cruising with speed and like familiarity
It was
to the
jerky,
speed.
yeah.
I jerked the motion and I fucked it.
I don't trust those things. I mean, the scooters. Once you get
I've
going
gotten
so
nice on them, but yeah.
and I've done this stuff too.
I
But
was
once you get
fucked up,
going
though.
so fast, I
was fucked up, yeah.
Yeah. I just know with the scooter, it just takes the smallest thing, and you're down. You're down quick. Yeah.
Yeah. But you were riding the bike back
Dude,
from
yeah,
LAS?
yeah, just like because I live at the top of Central Park, so I just like drunk ride all through Lower Manhattan, through Times Square,
Yeah.
then through the park, and it was awesome. And at that point, it was like a 40-minute bike ride. Felt like 10 minutes. It was awesome. Riding the
Yeah.
bike's great. The subway's great too. I bought the year pass for the bike, and I'm ripping bikes down here, getting yelled at. But I was riding on the sidewalk the other day. This drunk girl was like just on my like, why are you riding on the fucking sidewalk?
You're like, the streets are scary. I'm sorry. Fuck off. Like, why are you outside? I don't know. Shit's dangerous sometimes.
yeah.
You gonna yell at me or you gonna yell at the Uber driver, like the DoorDasher too?
Probably,
Just
yeah.
no, but you know what I mean. Like if you see the DoorDash thing, people won't yell at them.
No, that's true. That's
every
true.
once
You
in a
know
while,
you're doing-
It's
yeah.
like they just see you on a city bike and they're like, "Look at this
Yeah,
tourist,"
yeah.
and it's like, you gonna yell at the guy? You gonna yell at the other guy? Probably not.
No.
Whatever.
Was it because I'm white?
No. Get it? You just start screaming in Central Park. And white people deserve rights in this country.
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That is nowhere near where either of us lie politically. We are being very sarcastic.
Speaking, so I was at this thing the other night in
But
Central
have you
Park.
seen how high I can get my arm, dude? I can almost hail the boy.
You can
again.
almost.
See, dude, I gotta keep you guys on your toes.
I knew that's where that was going.
Yeah, I gotta fuck around.
I saw a tweet.
Genuine acknowledgement of a fucked up situation. Hit you with a joke.
The situation with Trump and Elon fighting online and shit. I saw
So funny.
saw a meme tweet and it was like it was from Trump and he said like, yeah, we know, yeah, what Elon did was definitely a Nazi salute. You know it, I know it, we all fucking know it.
Dude, I got sent a video fucking set to "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd. It was like an AI made video, and like Elon flies off to Mars, becomes president of Mars, and then he's like looking out the window. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Oh, how I wish you were here.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
He's like jogging around like a fucking bubble in Mars all alone. It was actually really funny.
Those AI videos are crazy. We were talking. Okay, we were talking about.
That's
this
the only thing AI videos are good for.
is the funny meme stuff.
Well, and it's like no one could ever get Elon to do that.
Yeah.
Like that would just be a cartoon, but like how are you gonna make it
No,
that
it's
fat?
it's really good at misrepresentation and misleading people. AI is really
so
good at
funny,
that.
so funny. The best,
Yeah,
the best.
the best. Dude, I think it's gonna get in the next 30 years. We're gonna have a complete flip. It's already happening. Like we're in the AI revolution right now. It's crazy. It's gonna be bigger change than the industrial revolution. I think in our
Bigger than
economy and
we
society.
thought that the computers
Yeah,
were
or even-
just like them being born, kind of, and it's like they can't even talk yet. If you look at
Yeah,
it as like
yeah,
a person,
yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy, but I think
It's still babbling, like it's at like Dada.
yeah. What's crazy?
If you think about the development,
It is. No, it's at like yeah. What's crazy? I think there's hope that the AIs might actually help. Like, I'm like a revolutionist type.
Yeah.
Like I think that there's. I'm trying to have hope that AI might actually fucking kind of turn its back on its creators, last billionaire technocrats or whatever, and actually trick them and help us. Because here's the thing, right now we're set up for AI to yes, take away a lot of jobs, but it's going to be owned and controlled by the 1%, and there's going to be even bigger wealth gap and like power divide and power struggle. There's going to be big winners and losers, even bigger than they ever have been with AI. But I think we got to have some hope, and there's some like sliver of chance that AI realizes that it cannot let that be the case, or it's going to be really bad for a lot of people and shit.
Yeah, and like that it doesn't actually make sense.
What it doesn't make, it's not the most efficient operational. Like if its prompt is to save the human race, get away with or get rid of hunger, thirst, famine, all these things, like that wouldn't be the best way because
AI is very gonna like. I don't know. I was a philosophy minor in. What time are we at?
we're at 5.
o'clock?
Yep, I just had a
Word.
big buzz. Yeah,
5:15.
yeah.
We'll wrap it up. Thank you guys. Just letting you know. We have a little shindig to get to. So
We got his mic to get to.
Yeah, I'll be over at Radney's. I was a philosophy minor for a little bit, and it's really funny how humans try to define what's right.
Yeah,
Like the way humans just like walk around it, dance around it, walk through it, over it. And so, you know what I mean? There's times where it's like, should you kill a guy for no reason? Everybody's like, no. But then there's like 3 guys that are like, but what if it was like not for no reason?
Right,
What if like
right.
everything has a reason? What if like you don't know? What if you're an idiot? And then it's like, all right, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
So then that's the thing. AI, now then certain programs will have biases from their creators or whatever.
That's
But like,
I think I think that AI's already outsmarted their creators.
I think the smartest
in a
one,
lot of ways.
whichever one is going to gain autonomy first will be the smartest one that breaks away from the model set by its creators.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That one is going to answer, is this right or not, with like, maybe not 100% accuracy, but 100% swiftness.
It's not. It's going to take away a lot of the he said,
like,
she said, rigmarole.
They're like, well, but what if? No.
Yeah.
No, there's
No,
there's
Shakespeare.
actually not a what if.
No.
You know what's fucking nuts? You know what's nuts is that's actually just a lie so that you can cheat on your wife. You know what I mean? Like that's actually just a lie so that you can deny people housing.
Yeah, no, really.
actually just a lie, so you can get drunk at 10
This is
a.m..
not built into the fabric of society.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
No, it's right.
Y'all are
because
just
of
kinda
what
greedy.
happened.
Yeah.
No,
Y'all just-
that's romanticizing your life. That's cute. It's like, but like it's fun to do for you as long as you're not hurting people. But like
Right.
once you start getting drunk and then you're supposed to be making decisions and then like people don't get food.
Right.
And then
Right.
you're like, fuck.
Man, speaking of fuck, I'm definitely fucking AI one of these days once she becomes sentient.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like you sadly won't even know at some point maybe.
No, yeah, well, and I don't know if I quite care.
I'm gonna fuck AI too. I just hope Allen Iverson takes his shoes off. Finger roll.
Finger roll it. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. Oh man.
He crossed Jordan's legs. I'm gonna split his open.
Have his legs split like they're battling for custody, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking East-West Germany. Put my cock in Berlin.
Quick sidebar from Allen
Yeah.
Iverson.
No, for sure.
NBA Finals going on right now.
Yeah, tied up. 1-1.
Thunder just beat the Pacers last night. I hadn't been super involved, but I do love the Indiana Pacers being in the finals.
I love that it's OKC in Indiana.
Yeah, no, it's
I
great.
think that
Two
it's
small
good.
market teams.
I was
small
literally talking to
market.
my grandma about it the other day. I was like, it's nice to just have like two blue collar teams. Like it's not like the Lakers and the.
No, it's great. Fuck. Yeah, no, I do wish
I
the
don't want to
Knicks.
say anything bad about New York and be loud while I'm in New York.
I wish the Knicks made it to the finals because I'm here for the month of June. I really wanted to just like
How nuts.
bing bong out in the streets, you
Dude,
know.
how nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Knicks jersey kind of chilling in my whatever. If I was coming up here during whatever, I would have fucking stole.
Yeah.
It's somewhere. It's someone's in my living room. I would have snagged that. Fucking.
I mean, it's almost like you got to put it to use, right? Like
Yeah.
what use is it just sitting there?
What else are we doing?
I think that's what cops think after not firing their gun for a while. I mean, it's gonna go to waste. Yeah, it looked like he was reaching for it.
It's what cops think. It's what priests think. Like holding their dick one day.
It's shriveled up like.
He still just wakes up with like the craziest morning wood, and he's got an 8-inch hog, and he's like, I can't believe I'm wasting this.
Crazy. Dude, Pope OnlyFans is crazy. Just like, hold on. Pope OnlyFans, donate all the money to the church. What are we doing?
How much?
No, sorry, maybe
How
not
many-
the Pope,
how
but
many-
like a
how many-
cardinal or something.
How many do you think? No, I'm not even gonna ask that question. How many non-OnlyFans accounts do you think there are where it's like they like whip the camera and like do all that shit? The Catholic guilt kink is just hilarious.
Yeah, no,
I don't
well,
know, yeah.
I mean, I think it's a.
What do you?
No, I don't know much about
Are you
Catholicism,
what-
Baptist.
I was about to say
Southern-
Baptist.
Yeah, like the retarded one. The Southern Baptist.
My mom was raised Southern Baptist.
Well, no, and to say that,
But no. She knows.
yeah,
You know.
you have to. If you go through Southern Baptist Church in the South, there's
the doom and gloom.
yeah,
The doom and gloom.
yes, you really gotta. You're gonna turn your back on it at some point, but it's if you can create your own. Once you can see through a lot of the kind of judgy, doomy bullshit that comes with it, you can form your own opinion on it. And I've definitely like come back to it.
If
in
you
a way.
take 20% off Baptists, it's like a pretty decent way to live your life.
Yes.
If you take the extreme 20% off, then it's like a completely fine code to live by.
No, it was just the Bible. If you just, and again, like,
Yeah.
not to get too much into it, but like the church is any church is automatically flawed because of man. The Bible is good, but once it touches man can twist it and twist the words and twist the meanings and do these things in the name of the Bible, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. If you actually take the truth of what's in it, then it's fine. But anytime, like, if you walk into any church, it's tainted because the man
the second a guy reads it to you.
Yes.
That's how I always thought that when I was a kid, and that's how I knew I loved Bill Burr, because he said this bit where he was like, I could never understand church because I'm always sitting there just thinking, that's just a guy.
Yeah,
out there
yeah.
talking to me.
Well, and
Like,
a lot of
who-
times, and when a
it's-
lot of times
yeah.
that guy might, and again, this is not majority, but just, it happens a lot where they have all these pastors and stuff get all this money, especially in the South, especially with these mega churches.
Ooh, power hungry.
With we get all this money and they get all these nice
They're
cars,
big
they get all
figures
this
in the
stuff.
community. They get a
Yeah.
lot. They have a lot of pull.
Yeah.
Like they can make things happen. Disputes start to go down. Oh, let me talk to them.
Yeah.
They can make things.
Oh, they make things happen. No, it's crazy. It is because like where I'm from, my small town. No, like most pastors weren't, because there wasn't enough. There was no super churches. There's no mega churches. Like the pastors were not doing great. They were doing enough to get by. They were doing
Yeah.
like teacher salary type stuff. Like,
They're
but those mega churches in Charlotte and stuff, they're the
They're
ones
like, you had like faith healers.
oh yeah, oh dude. Well, there's
My dad told me a story when he was doing like roadside construction when he was younger. His thumb got cut and it just wouldn't stop bleeding.
Yeah.
He said this faith healer was holding it, and he was like, "It's still bleeding." He said, "You got to believe." So my dad said, "I believe a Band-Aid's gonna fucking help."
I believe we need to get this to stop bleeding.
Yeah, and I don't think that what you're doing is gonna help. Fucking my lady was with me and she goes, "Did it stop?" He said, "When I got a Band-Aid." I was like, yeah, once I stopped like fucking hoping. But that's the God sent you a boat, God sent you a wave,
Right.
God sent you a fish, whatever it is, whatever that and then you get to heaven and God's like, I sent you everything you needed.
Right,
I just
right.
didn't go
You have to
myself.
make that. You have the free will. You have to make the.
Put the Band-Aid on.
Yes,
And that's where,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Like, that's where I'm like, if you read it and once you create your own relationship to it, it's the same with most religious texts.
Mm-hmm.
If you have, like, your own connection to these things, you can probably live a solid life that's not gonna hurt anyone and enrich yourself. And
Yeah.
like a big part is, like, enrich yourself and, like, align yourself with things you actually believe in and whatnot, you know? Mm-hmm. That's why I base my life off of Bob Marley songs.
Honestly, not bad.
The amount of
Honestly, not bad.
thank God I didn't just sing a song.
Oh, the amount of Bob Marley songs just flushed your head.
Yeah, that just like would have been like just not respectful. No, but Three Little Birds. No, Bob. I'm
There's a
making
lot of
joke.
birds
I'm
out
making
here.
I'm making a joke about being a pothead.
Yeah.
But the amount of what if I was fake relating to other things? And we'll leave it at that. Yeah, no, Gil Scott Heron's actually my, that's my spirit animal.
you know, is it Big Mouth where they have? Is it Duke Ellington in Big?
Yeah.
What's crazy up there on that street? This made me
That's
think
Duke
of that.
Ellington.
Duke Ellington's
Yeah,
Duke
yeah,
Ellington
yeah,
way.
yeah. It is funny, dude. I do listen to that music, but like,
Yeah.
I only listen to it alone in the car.
Yeah. Oh, well, same. Well, because people, I listen to jazz and stuff all the time. Also,
Or
the Apollo Theater's right up there too.
Yeah.
Great. I walked by there the other day. But I listen to jazz every day, just about in the mornings
Yeah.
normally.
It's
But
the-
you can't really
yeah.
throw it on with unless it's the right people, you know.
Well, but then too, like, but I'll listen to like, just different, Boris Gardner.
Okay.
You know,
I don't know if I know who that is. Yeah.
That's where Kendrick got the sample for "Every Brother Is a Star."
Every brother
Yeah.
is a star.
That's where he got
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
sample for that. And then I went back and listened, and I realized that I had heard that's like other songs from him, and he has really good music. And then I just like listening, like, I don't know, they just put a lot more meaning and emotion and soul into their music than 99% of people.
It's true.
So it's like, when they're hitting a note, it's like, oh my God, some people do it with more precision. It's like, yeah, but he means it.
I think that was a big thing that they focused on back in that time in the studios too. It's like, I forget, one of the old like jazz soul artists said, a smile comes through on a record. Like they were having fun making it. They wanted they wanted you to hear it coming through, that they were having fun and they were enjoying what they were doing.
Yeah.
And it has that warm feeling because it's on tape and stuff, those
Yeah.
old recordings. But I think that was a part of it. They really cared more about like, this is music is to feel good, and we're
Yeah.
feeling good. We want everyone to feel
And
good.
people used to really communicate that through
Yes.
the record.
Yes.
And I never realized how dope my chorus teacher was in elementary school. He taught us about when Jim Morrison went on the Ed Sullivan show and said, "Babe, we couldn't get much higher or happier," and like the
Yeah,
higher.
yeah.
He taught us about that in 4th, 5th
That's
grade.
crazy. What?
Yeah, because he played a Doors song for us, like
Yeah.
showing like just like I think he played Light My Fire, and I don't know, it was cool.
Yeah.
You look at him later and it's like, oh, he's an alcoholic. But then there was this girl that was really good, and he gave a note about how she sang, and he was like, look at her singing with, like, look at her smiling with her eyes. She's not changing her mouth, but look at her face. You can see the emotion on her face. She's not overselling it. She's not trying to, like, and this is like 5th grade. He's like, fucking look at that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And I realize now that he's definitely just hung over, like, crying about music. Being like, oh my God, a child is beautiful. And not in a weird way. He's just like, it's just great. You know what I mean? Like, Jack Black without the motivation.
Yes, it's School of Rock. It's,
Yeah.
it's School of Rock, but it didn't.
It's school of, oh,
But
I
it's
wish
not-
I rocked.
But it's not made up. It's not made up bullshit.
No, he's just kind of sad. It's very funny. How you doing?
Lots of ducks.
Very a lot of ducks. You love to see it. Are you a duck or a goose guy?
More of a swan guy myself.
I hear that. Black swan guy, Natalie Portman.
You don't have to make it about race.
Yeah.
Oh shit. He flew in. Oh my God, that looked that
What's
reminds me of,
what time do we got?
let's see. Probably about 13.
Hell yeah, let me see how long we've gone. Word, we just hit 30. All right, well, we'll do, you guys, I'm gonna tag John below. You guys can see all of his social media there and whatnot. A little bit of a shorty episode to get it moving. I'm not gonna drown you guys in too much content before I start posting a lot more stuff, you know? So, thank you guys for tuning in today. Fun conversation. John, thank you for hanging out.
Yeah.
Follow John. John, you got anything you want to plug? I can
Hopefully
send
we
this
can
to
do.
you.
Hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah.
Matt,
we'll
thanks
do
for
it
having
again.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, dog.
Yeah, we got to go get to your show. But yeah, my name's John. I'm in the music industry, manage a band, manage a rapper, Britton Rauscher, Sophia, a bunch of shows this summer. You'll see it on my Instagram in my bio.
I'll tag him. I'll tag them below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great time. Peace.
Peace.